Good morning. Welcome to Marty's Fly Tying Bench. This week's Vice Squad pattern is a little midge pupa called the Palomino. It's developed by a guy named Brett Smith on the Bighorn River in Montana. I started fishing it years ago. We sent them some money and said, send us some patterns that work so we can tie before we come. And this is the one they sent, this is the one we tied, and this is the one we caught a lot of fish on. It's a good pupa pattern. Pretty simple to tie, and you can see lots of opportunities to substitute materials either for the abdomen, different dubbings for the thorax, different materials for the wing case. I like to tie it on a scud hook. This is a Dai Riki 135. Stick that in the vise so that it's, keep the eye up a little bit so that it's pretty horizontal. Otherwise the thread wants to slide down towards the eye. Now use any fine black thread. This is Danville's Flymaster. UTC 70 works. Uni A-Dot. This would be perfect for Vivas. The extended body, the abdomen of this emerging midge, is a micro chenille, just like worm yarn, only smaller. If you can find it, the material, try Magic Dub or New Dub, I think was the original stuff. Now I'm tying this in pretty much at the middle of the hook, and I'm going to go to some white poly yarn. You can use antron, you can use fluorofibre, you can use a lot of stuff. And I'm just going to pinch out an appropriate density, and it will vary with the size of the hook, of course. Now I'm going to cut that square and use my pinch wrap to get it started, and then tug on it until nothing's obstructing the eye of the hook. And then I'm just going to wrap back until the antron is tied in right at the base of the chenille. For dubbing, I'm going to use Peacock Black Ice Dub. You can use superfine, you can use quick descent. Quick descent is an aluminum based dubbing. I think it's been discontinued too, but we still have some in the shop. And it's aluminum, so it sinks. You know, eliminates the need for a bead or anything on a midge like this. Now I'm leaving some space around the eye. You can see the white sticking out. Well, I'll cover it up here in the next step, but you need to have room to fold over your yarn. Be kind of judicious with your wraps. I'm just going to use like 2 and then pick it up and make a few behind the eye. Here's where it requires a little bit of dexterity. I'm going to start my whip finisher and just let it hang in my fingers. Pull that out of the way so I can do my whip finish underneath. What that does is makes it stand up a little bit. And we're done except for the trimming. I like to keep those gills about the same length as the white that's covering the thorax. And just a little bit behind the hook shank. Now that's kind of stubby looking, so what I'm going to do is, just like on a San Juan worm, I'm going to singe the end of it. And if I get it down there tight between my fingers, I can just get it close, just get a little bit of a nub to it. Just a quick pass. You tie this in red, black, tan, brown, lots of colors. It's a worthy fly. You should add it to your fly box. Palomino midge.